cowboy? Is that your personality? Or cowgirl? But I'll be using cowboy for the video. But if it's cow wrangler to you, cow person, cow lover, I don't know, bovine person, I have no cow man. Let me know in the comments below. I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and I've thought about being a cowboy and the great traits and the not so great traits about it. But I think that for a lot of us, there's some cowboy in us, and I figured it would be nice for all of us to find out how much. So we're gonna go through this test where you can rank yourself and let me know how much a cowboy you are. 5 will be always, 4 will be more often than not, 3, 50-50, 2, rarely, and 1, never. So if you have to rank and have to think about it, pause the video and we'll go to the next scene.
You see that on the ridge? Perfect.
Do you freeze under pressure? Each one of us has a different anxiety response, especially for Arthur Morgan. It is act first, think about the consequences afterwards. For everyone, our manner of reacting in dangerous situations can be different, and all of them have their own benefits. But for Arthur Morgan, especially in this time period, being able to react really quickly, often before thought, definitely kept him alive. So let me know how you rank for this situation. 5 would be you are the first person to react. You're the one when danger happens. You are there even without thought, doing what you have to do. 4 would be that you usually are doing it, but you might pause or take a moment to be able to assess. 3 would be, it depends upon the situation. Half the time you might, sometimes you might wait and pause and think about it first. 2 would be that you usually don't, but you can if you have to or under certain circumstances. And 1 would be, never. This is not you. You plan out things and think meticulously and then act.
Hello, Arthur.
Abigail?
Arthur, how you doing?
Just fine, Abigail. And you?
You can tell the little bit of hesitation in his voice. He knows something's coming.
I need you to... I'm sorry to ask, but...
It's little John. He's got himself caught into a scrape again.
He ain't been seen in 2 days.
Your John will be fine.
Please go take a look. Javier, will you ride out with Arthur? You're the 2 best fit men we've got.
So he's often the reluctant hero. Do you find yourself caught in that position where you don't really want to get involved, but you, if need be, or you're the best one fit for the job, are you going to be the one to do it? 5 would be you always are the one that, if need be, push comes to shove, you are doing what has to be done. And 1 would be never. For a lot of us, we kind of find ourselves forced into that position, or in this case, also flattery kind of went a long way by being called the most fit people that are there to be able to get the job done, which in this case, I think is accurate.
Is one of you gonna get that fella's horse?
Well, I got lumbago. It's very serious.
All right, I'll see what's going on.
How humble are you, at least on the outside? I think that humility, that lack of bravado of having to constantly brag or share things, it's something that's a sign of actual stable self-esteem, that you don't have to constantly be being told that you are the best at something. And I think that for Arthur Morgan, it's more humble on the outside, but on the inside, I think that he knows he's quite good at what he does.
Here you go.
You're a gentleman, sir. A gentleman.
No, not really. I was just trying to impress the women.
Well, anyway, thank you.
And I think that for Arthur Morgan, it's really cute because I have a video coming up that's going to be on, and might be already out actually by now, that is on about how he reacts with women, and sometimes he's very awkward, sometimes creepy. How humble are you, at least outwardly? All the time would be a 5, and 1 would be never. Give me all of it. Fill up my attention cup if I can.
Got off the mountain, rode east into some pretty enough country called the Heartlands.
Are you a natural explorer? Do you love to explore? Do you love the outdoors, seeing new things, getting new experiences? Or are you someone that rather enjoys the things that are stable and that you can control and you can know?
Ain't been this far east in many a year. Dutch seems a little better. His eyes are sparkling once more, and I can see he's thinking a little clearer.
So in this case, 5 would be exploring is near and dear to your heart, that you enjoy being in new situations, trying new things. 1 would be that home is your safe spot and you'll go out if you have to, but not that you want to. And remember, both of these things are really important. They're just different personality types. It doesn't mean that one is good and one is bad. But knowing who you are and being really honest about that, then you can pick jobs and situations and relationships that would fit you best. How much do you mind being alone? Is it okay for you to do something that's solitary? Do you always need someone else to be there? That ability to be able to travel in a way that is solitary, do things on his own, and even taking a stand alone, there's something direct inside of his personality. He wouldn't be able to do the things that he did if he had to have people around him or need that affirmation.
Just bring him back alive. He could be useful.
Okay, you got it.
We are, as humans, often social creatures, but there are some of us that can spend vast amount of times alone or doing things with ourselves, and we can be completely happy doing that. And I think that for a lot of explorers, they share that trait. So 5 would be being able to do something alone is wonderful and something that you enjoy. And 1 would be people make you happy and you feel best when you're surrounded by those that you feel safe, care about, and love. And I think that this would also be a huge difference in attachment type. So I think also people that are more avoidant would be that they want to be around people, but they will give up on other people before they give up on them. So sometimes you may think that you like to be alone, but it's actually just a defense mechanism. And anxiously attached people want to be around people, at least people that they trust and feel safe around. You might enjoy being alone, but you are really attached to one person. Remember, attachment types and the enjoyment of doing something solitary are 2 separate situations. What we think might be one thing could actually be a defense mechanism that we're using for something else.
Hey! There he is!
Watch where you're going. Take it easy,
Are you about to kiss that guy or punch him?
Oh, and we have our answer!
How much do you avoid or not avoid confrontations? For Arthur Morgan, he does not avoid any confrontations. If there is a fight or something that he needs to stand up for, he will be there in the thick of it.
No, Tommy! I've had enough of you!
So your ability and feelings towards confrontation can vary greatly. For a lot of us, we want to avoid confrontation because we're worried about something bad happening, or we might be worried about how other people think of us. For Arthur Morgan, he completely does not care what anyone thinks about him, even if that means that sometimes he comes off as rough around the edges or crass. If you will always want to deal with every single confrontation and head on, give yourself a 5, and 1 will be you will avoid confrontations and often say yes, even when in your head you're like, hell no.
Hey, who's that guy over there looking at us?
Weren't you in Blackwater a few weeks back?
Me? No, sir. Ain't from there.
Oh, you were.
Listen, buddy, come here for a minute.
I saw you.
Come here.
Come on, get!
For you, do the ends justify the means? That there isn't really right or wrong. It depends upon the situation. These are one of the ways that I think that for Arthur Morgan, he gets put in these positions where he has to choose himself for very difficult situations or protecting his people, even at the cost of others.
Why are you telling lies about me?
No. I got it wrong, partner.
I ain't never been in Blackwater.
Then why are you chasing me?
I've got an unfortunate face.
Yes, me too. Now please, pull me up. Please.
I won't give an answer of what he does. I'll let you think about what would be your choice in this situation. If someone could give information or tell someone something that could greatly and negatively affect your life when it's already in a lot of peril. So if you find that the end definitely justifies the means, and sometimes you just need to protect yourself and you'll do whatever you have to in order to survive, give yourself a 5. And 1 would be no matter what, you have to obey the law, even if it's at the cost of yourself.
We found shelter and been resting here in some old abandoned mining town while we wait the thaw. Hardly the spring I had been hoping for.
How How good is your ability to suffer? I think that suffering often is one of these skills, because yes, it's a skill that we don't give enough accord to. The ability to delay gratification, to be able to do what you have to do to get a job done, or just to be able to suffer through things that for other people they would break underneath the pressure, definitely will increase your chances of success in very harsh settings.
Boys, because I thought you liked action. Couple of days on the lam, you lot have all turned yellow.
If you have the ability to outwit, outlast, and outplay other people and be able to suffer greatly for whatever means you want, give yourself a 5. And one would be, why would I suffer? I don't need to suffer. Life is hard enough as it is, and I'm going to try to make my life as easy as possible. Another point that's kind of interesting, though, is that for this parameter, being able to delay gratification and suffer does lead to greater life success, unless, of course, you are strategic, which would supersede the delaying of gratification or suffering.
It's a damn snake for all I care. Get off me! Get off!
Get your hands off her, friend.
How protective are you of the people that you care about? For Arthur Morgan, his word is his bond, and he is going to keep them safe.
Who are you?
A friend of mine.
Get off her.
Or what exactly?
You want to find out?
When he answered that, you want to find out, you can notice that he lowered the octave of his voice. So when we are nervous or we don't really mean what we say, our voice actually usually goes into a higher pitch. But because he said it in that low rumble, we take it much more serious. It's a threat that he's backing, and he means it.
Go wait with Uncle and Mary Beth. They're across the street.
Okay. Thanks, Arthur.
What was that all about?
Just someone I used to know.
So if you are someone that will protect someone no matter what, if you are there and are going to back up the people that you care about, even if they are in the wrong, give yourself a 5. And if most of the time you will let people take care of their own issues because it's their problems to take care of, give yourself a 1. So just so you know, in this very scientific study, there isn't anything that is right or wrong. You just want to know yourself. And so being a cowboy doesn't mean that you are better than someone that is more of a city slicker. Everything that you do, as long as you know who you are and you live according to that, be happy about it. So just to your own self, be true. So if you score yourself 9 to 17, you are a city slicker. You have worked so hard to be able to live the easy life, so you may as well enjoy it. 18 to 26 is you can be an indoor or an outdoor cat. It really depends on the situation. You can enjoy the outside world and going out and exploring, but you do enjoy being able to come home, enjoy, sit back, and relax. 27 to 35, you definitely have some cowboy traits. You can throw down if you need to. You can handle situations as you want to at home as well. 36 to 44, yeah, you are a cowboy, cow person, cow wrangler, cowgirl. You like to explore, deal with the things that you have to. The world might be black and white, but you are more morally gray. And if you scored 45, well, Arthur Morgan, why are you taking this test? You already know the answer. If you like this video, you can also check out my Wednesday Season 1 compilation, ad-free, sponsor-free, only on Nebula. Just like all of my videos on Nebula. And that's the whole purpose of Nebula. It's a place where high-quality education creators can post early, post extended versions, and post videos that would never really work on YouTube. And we have creators like Legal Eagle, Nando V Movies, Alt Shift X, Medlife Crisis, and many more. I've been posting my compilation videos like Arcane, The Jinx Saga, Vox Machina Season 1 early on Nebula, and I have a whole course on how to beat anxiety, also available on Nebula classes. You also get exclusive originals like how they adapted Lord of the Rings, The Time When, and so many more, and you can find these on Nebula sponsor-free, ad-free. If you sign up using the link below, you can also get Nebula for just over $3 a month. That's only $40 a year, and clicking on that link really does help out this channel. And that's all early access, extended versions, all kinds of originals from amazing Nebula creators, just by clicking on the link below. Thank you for your support, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. So you can let me know, did I miss some of the best Arthur Morgan cow person traits? Let me know in the comments below. And what exactly did you score?